All right, we're back with a comedy.
Let's tell. Well, yeah, it was comedy, murder, whatever, a
So,
mystery. There really is no murder. There's no mystery to this movie whatsoever. But it's a comedy, kind of a dark comedy,
I
kind of a
wanna
foul language fueled comedy.
I wanna start up the show like, okay, how's my hair?
Hey, how's mine? Wait, it fell
What?
out.
How's your hair?
It's
What
like
did
it's
you
shiny
think?
on the bed.
It's your first time watching
Oh,
this,
it's
yeah?
funny. Yeah, it's first time watching Horrible Bosses. I mean, it's just I've never had a boss like any three of these.
Did you think the writing was good? Because the first time I saw that, I was like, oh, the writing ties in together really
I'd say
well.
the writing's good. Yeah, I'll go with the writing good. I mean, here's the fun. I mean, I like the movie. I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I know they made a sequel. It's cool. It's not much of a movie. I mean, I
How,
can't say it's not much of
how
a
do you
movie. I'm
mean?
trying to say in a bad way is it's not very long. I mean,
No, it's
there's not much of a plot to it. I mean, it's like, hey, let's do this. Boom, it's over.
oh, so
I mean, they spend more time. I feel like
it's not long enough for
building
you.
up. Yeah, I feel like it's well. It's not. It's almost probably the right writing length. It's just they spent more time doing the because they had three bosses, so they're telling you this whole thing about the bosses. They spend more money, more movie telling you about the bosses, which I guess maybe you need to because that's probably the funniest part of the horrible crap they do to them. But the part where they decide, hey, let's kill them, and from there to the resolution is not very long. You get what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, they did do a lot of build up to get you
Yeah,
involved,
and
right?
if I was Charlie Day's character, I'd be really upset because I mean, all the guys really put a lot of work into stalking the other two bosses that kill him, but his boss that was sexually
But
harassing him, oh, they really didn't care.
but
They're
that
like, whatever, dude.
that's a good
They
point
didn't
you
really take
point.
him serious.
There's a good point that you brought that up though, because like compared to like Bateman and Sudeikis, right? Like Jason Bateman, their bosses are really bad compared to Charlie Day, right? Because I was going to ask you that question. Like the only out of these three, one is not that bad. It's like you said, it's just basically based on sexual harassment. I'm like,
I
come
don't
on.
know though. I don't know that.
But hold on.
It
But
could be pretty
they
bad.
balanced it out with Charlie Day's character. He was a sex offender. Sex because
Yeah.
it's hard for him to find a job because Julia purposely hired him just so that she can have sex with him. Right? That's
Yeah,
the
well,
whole thing.
that's the thing, but it depends on your how to do. Because see, the thing is, I mean, really, his is probably worse than the chemical company guy.
Oh, let's think about that. Is it really?
Really, in a way, kind of.
Which okay, out of your opinion, right? Let's talk about this. Which one of these three was the worst? If you have to
Oh,
experience them.
oh, Bateman's was the worst.
Oh, Kevin Spacey's yes,
Oh, Kevin Spacey was the worst.
yes,
I know Kevin Spacey's kind of not popular in Hollywood.
yeah.
I should say he's
But
not
this,
in Hollywood.
but they just talk
But
about the character.
he was a good actor. I mean,
Oh, he is very good, dude. It was so
and
funny.
maybe because a lot of people say if you're bad, you're good. I don't know because we don't know because really we don't know the legal crap. It don't matter.
Yeah.
He plays a bad guy. He's been a bad guy in a lot of movies. He is an evil dude. I mean, he plays the horrible boss. He is whatever Bateman said about it was true, 100%. I'd say he's the worst.
He's the worst. I think so too.
And I say the chemical boss. What was his
Colin
name?
Farrell?
Daredevil. Colin Farrell, Daredevil. Not Daredevil. Which Colin Farrell does an excellent job.
It is the
Colin
first
Farrell,
time we've seen him in a role like this too, right? Like the first time I've ever seen
that
him.
we've seen it.
Yeah.
Oh, we know. I mean, by now he does the Penguin in Batman.
Yeah, but there's a
I mean, the guy does
very
this guy.
comedic role.
This
though.
guy, yeah. But what I'm saying is, no, this is not. No, this is. You looked at him, you didn't think that was Colin Farrell.
Kind of like
Get what
Tom
I'm saying?
Cruise in Tropic Thunder.
Like, yeah, exactly. But you see, Colin Farrell is an actor. He loves to act. He likes to play different characters. But he's always acted like this one guy, this
Mm-hmm.
Irish guy. He's not the Irish guy at all in here. He's just
Oh
this
yeah, it's just
balding son. That's. I mean, I mean, it's such a role reversal from what we're used to ever seeing.
yeah, it's very reversal. Yeah.
But see, to me, Colin Farrell was the guy that they're going to make the movie star, So, and usually the movie star role never plays anybody but who they are, like Tom Cruise.
And George Clooney.
Tom Cruise, George Clooney. I mean, Tom Cruise could be 100 different people, and we know that.
Yeah.
He's proven it. But most of the time, he never is. He's always, in every movie you see, he's Tom Cruise. George Clooney's always George Clooney. I've never seen him try to be anybody else but George Clooney.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he can't act. I'm just saying
Oh,
or
I
not
see.
seen it.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Like he's like
And
Daniel
I can't say
Ocean.
that because there are movies where George Clooney's done an excellent, amazing job. It's just on this show, he's Batman, and he was horrible at it. I
Yeah,
mean,
I do like.
but I like they say, if you can be Batman, be Batman. So
It is
he
so
did.
funny. I'm a green belt mother lover. Like what? The?
Oh yeah, what's that mean?
He sees a lot of
That's
war
the funny
stuff.
thing. There's a lot
Hey,
of jokes that are funny.
3 hours late. What the hell?
Yeah, that's the funny thing. There's a lot of jokes that are funny, but with one showing, I can't remember a lot of them.
Oh, okay.
See, you know a lot of them. And I mean, there's a lot of name calling and stuff. It's funny because there's a lot of things. I think that's illegal. I don't think you can say that. But let me just put it this way. I'd say he's the worst person, but Julia, she puts Charlie Day's character in a position that he can't get out of.
Oh,
You
because,
know, and he is trying to be a husband. His whole goal is to be a husband, and she's trying to ruin that.
yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
So
you
she
brought
holds
that
it
up.
over his head. So he's basically being tortured constantly. The rest of the people, they can get out of their deal. They go home, their bosses leave alone. But Julia calls him up anywhere she wants to,
That's
and just tortures the poor guy.
yeah. It's just like they're all. Well, you know what? Only Julia and Dave Ogden, Kevin Spacey character, is a bully at work. Colin Farrell is not really a bully until that he told him to fire those 3 people, like or
Yeah.
himself included.
Yeah, and he probably should just have got fired because they based the funny thing is they're sitting at a bar, they all want to quit, they should have quit, but instead of quitting, they listen to some idiot that was supposed to be the most likely to succeed. I mean, come on. You got in high school most likely to succeed. There's a bunch of kids voting on another kid that's going to succeed.
I did like that.
When you're
though.
a kid, you don't know what's
like-
going to succeed.
So to me, that part you just pointed out, right? It feels like one of those '80s movie. They have this character to stop them from quitting their job because they trying to put in there the job
just
market
shows
is
up.
hard out there.
He shows up just to move the movie. Because this is a lot of movies where if you would have done what you're supposed to in real life, you wouldn't have had a problem at all. Like that. They should just quit the job. No problems. But here's the next one. Here's the next thing they could have just done, okay?
Okay.
You know, they witnessed Kevin Spacey killing
How did you like that? Was that pretty good with the connection?
Crazy.
It was
crazy.
because like all he
'cause
did was talk the
you knew
phone.
that. Oh, you already knew. I already pretty much knew what was going to happen when I saw the phone fall out under the bed. I mean, they already set it up that Kevin Spacey was super jealous of his wife.
Yeah.
Which I want to point out, his wife is super hot.
Julie Bowen, yes.
Yeah, Julie Bowen. She's been on quite a few movies, mainly TV show.
Well, maybe
Modern Family.
TV show Modern Family. I like her character in Modern Family way better than Sofia Vergara. I love her character, and she was in Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, she was the girlfriend of Happy Gilmore. But anyways, so we all know Kevin Spacey. So I knew when he got that phone, when the phone fall, I figured I didn't know he was gonna go right then over there.
Oh, and kill him, yeah.
Kill him, but when I saw when he got his vehicle, I was like, yep, he's gonna kill him because it makes sense because they're trying to figure out how to kill the bosses. So it would be good for the story if one boss wouldn't kill the other.
Yes.
I figured, well, maybe all the bosses are gonna kill each other, but he goes over there and shoots him. But the thing is, instead of running off, he should have called the police.
Who? Kevin Spacey's character? Oh, you talking about Jason Bateman?
Jason Bateman sitting in the car. He's a witness. He should have just called the police. It would have been easier to explain why he's sitting there out than anything.
What would you think the excuse was? Like, I just be sitting here like out of the blue. I wasn't doing anything because they have no idea the police, right, wouldn't know. Why was he doing that?
Well, here's the thing.
It's
They're
just
going
a
to know
coincidence.
anyways. They're going to know it all because they're about to check this whole guy's apartment in a minute.
But then there's no evidence of that, though.
They don't know everything. They don't know everything. All he has to say is, hey, they could have just called it in. So Spacey's character killed so-so. Instead of driving off through a red light, he knows has a camera on it with his face flying.
So I want to point out something that you talk about because I'm talking about these kind of opinions, right? Like, oh, I would have done this, things like that.
Well, I'm not saying I would have done that.
No.
I would have been there in the first place.
No. I'm talking about if you were in the first place, right? You panic. You didn't know what to do. Remember? Like, we put ourselves in a situation where we watch something happen and say like, I would have done this, but then you're not in that moment.
Here's the next deal. Well, they're at the police station. They could have just called the cops. Say,
what? Wait, say that again.
When they're in the police station, they get arrested, and they're sitting in the police station. The cops are asking them. All they had to do was say, "Hey, Kevin Spacey killed him."
Yeah, I wonder why because they probably afraid that they didn't know what they're gonna say. Like, what were you doing there? I think that's
Yeah,
the
because
question,
they're
right?
afraid.
Yeah.
They're afraid. Oh, yeah.
That's why Jason
Y'all
Sudeikis
talking-
said that. Like, hey, say theoretically that we knew who shot the other. Like, what would happen?
Yeah,
like,
and they
you would
could
be
have said
going
it,
to
but they
jail.
didn't. But they didn't.
So,
Because they got
since
scared
we
of it.
talk about
See,
that,
that's the
right?
thing is they wouldn't have went to jail because they weren't withholding yet.
No.
And the problem is Charlie's Day character should have known instead of watching if he watched Law and Order so many times, he should have known instead of standing up and giving the Law and Order speech to get out.
Yeah. So since we brought that scene, right, I want to talk about the cameos real quick. When the first time I saw that movie, like, whoa, immediately one of the detectives is Ron White, the comedian.
Ron
you know,
White,
I was like,
comedian.
I was
There's a lot of comedians in this.
it is. And then let's talk
There's
about
a lot of guests.
Dude, there's a lot of
in
guests, right? There's already a big cast with the main character, with the main six, the bosses and the employees,
Yeah.
and then they have Donald Sutherland.
Yeah,
Like
Donald
the trailer
Sutherland
never
was the dad.
showed him.
Yeah,
That was
that's crazy.
pretty cool. And the girl that was
Meghan
married to
Markle.
Charlie Day, Meghan Markle.
Megan, she was the FedEx girl.
Oh, that's who she was.
Yeah, because you sit there, I stood there, I was like, nah, I saw it, I figured that was her, and I was like, nah.
And you
That'd
double
be-
checked it?
I did check it because I thought it was her, and I thought, nah, she wouldn't be in this.
That's crazy. I
Raunchy.
didn't know who that was.
And that was FedEx.
I
girl.
didn't
And then,
put
of course,
that
the
on
Day
there.
Charlie Day's married to.
Yeah, I only the first time I saw her, right, immediately I remember Sabrina the Teenage Witch. One of the friends, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
what were
who-
you pointing
that's
from?
who-
I did.
Oh, I couldn't remember who she was. I just I knew her.
Oh,
But
okay.
I was thinking, who is she? But she was. That's who she was. And then, of course, Jamie Foxx is like probably the
Well,
biggest
Jamie
star
Foxx
here.
is probably the biggest star at this time here. Yeah. And I thought he's not even a cameo role. He played a major part in it. I'm going to be your murder consultant.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah,
if
it
his
was-
backstory was really good. That was
Yeah,
that
well-
another cameo that I want to point it out. Well, we talk about Julia Bowen.
Yeah.
That was really good. The biggest one to me was Bart Newhart. At
Oh
the
yeah, I
end-
forgot at the very end. 'cause
At the
he got stuck
very
with
end.
he got stuck with maybe he could be another bad boss. But
Yep, but
as long as he stayed away with him, he didn't have a problem.
I thought that was great.
But you already should have known he must be a bad boss if you let Kevin Spacey take his position and make himself two positions. What kind of company would ever really do that? You know, if some company's like, oh yeah, you can have both positions, don't hire anybody else. Just Core being horrible. We're okay with it. Yeah.
I thought it was so great. You know what? That beginning scene when he did the thing, that scene is super Fight Club. When he drags him by the tire across, and that music background is like, dude, this is totally Fight Club right here. I thought it was awesome. And I really, in movies, I really like scenes where they daydream a little bit and they snap out of it. Those scenes are always so funny.
Yeah,
to
that
me.
was awesome. Especially when he throws him out the window.
What did he say? And it's like, mother.
I was like, yeah, I thought that was pretty good. But I kind of knew it was a daydream. So
Oh,
I thought,
yeah, I
hey,
know.
this would be cool if it's not, because this is a great way to start a movie.
So, the other camera, we forgot, Mr. Fantastic.
Oh, yeah, the wet work.
Yeah, the wet work was really funny.
Yeah, I saw that. It was when he walks in there.
And
I think he's a hit, man.
Is he really
There you go.
British? I had no idea.
Yeah, he really is.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if he's British, but he does have that accent. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay. Because the
He
first
ain't
time I saw him,
American.
like, oh my god, Mr. Fantastic is in this movie.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic. And he is probably Mr. Fantastic in the pages of that movie, too. I mean, I hate that when they go, hey, where'd you find him, men seeking men?
Men seeking men, like
Why
why
would
would people let them touch them with your hands at the tip? How you become a dentist?
Well, like, he thinks he's a dentist, but he's not.
Yeah, it's really funny, how like what was it? Jason Sudeikis' character is like, oh, I can't kill my boss. Yeah, I can't kill her now either. What do you mean now? Like, what did you do? What did you do, Kirk? Like, what? And he explains why he was staking out Julia's, like, she was eating a popsicle, and then she was eating a hot dog, and a banana. That's
you
not
already
a
know
proper
this.
meal.
There's already something wrong with this woman. If she sees someone across the street and already knows that they're watching her, then
Yeah.
she does all that. She's
That
like, hey,
is
come on,
so
stranger. Come on, stranger. You could come kill me.
Yeah. I was like,
But you're
so
not.
you took the invitation to F her? Like, no, I took her invitation to
Yeah.
F her when she
But,
told me.
out of the three people, though, the rotten friend is actually,
Sudeikis?
yeah, Sudeikis.
Yeah.
He's kind of the rotten guy. Because he starts off the movie, everything's great for him. And then during the whole movie, he messes. Let me put it this way. If this was a Infinity War or or the last movie in the Infinity War saga, he'd be Star-Lord.
Oh, that's a funny comparison.
Because he would be, because remember he's supposed to be recording everything.
I would say he's more of a Tony Stark to me. Because Tony Stark is an a-hole.
Yeah, but Tony Stark wouldn't have fell down on his job when he was supposed to be recording everything. Remember? Because Star-Lord, they almost had the glove.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
Yep. And Star-Lord messed it all up and destroyed everything.
Yeah, but then with that connection, it's pretty good, though. He was the one holding the recorder. That was really good.
He was holding the recorder, and he left. And luckily for them, Gregory, was it Gregory?
Yeah, Gregory Akmanon. Their name is a nightmare. I like that he started the conversation.
The funny thing is, the guy that does the voice, we've actually seen him in a lot of movies.
Really? Who is that?
Oh, yeah. Well, not in movies. He's in a lot of TV shows. He's a normal, just an Indian, Indian actor.
Oh, okay.
I think he's been in Big Bang Theory several times. Matter of fact, I think he plays, what's his name's dad?
Oh, Raj.
Raj, I think he plays Roger's
really?
dad. I could be wrong. We gotta look that up. I think that is Roger's dad.
Let me take a look. It's Gregory,
sure
right? Let's see who does.
Yeah, Gregory. I'm pretty sure that's Roger's dad.
What is that thing called?
Oh, I forgot what it's called. I could tell you who it is.
Brian
it's
George.
Brian George.
Oh, it is Roger's dad.
Yeah, that's Roger's dad, dude.
Oh, that's awesome, dude.
You gotta get work.
Well, we do. Oh, it does say Meghan Markle is in that movie.
Yeah, well, no.
I mean, like on the Wikipedia, because I always have Wikipedia.
Well, of course it does. Or otherwise, I wouldn't have known. Otherwise, I wouldn't have known. I mean, I knew, but I didn't really know. She could have been like, I'm not in that movie. And I'll be like, oh, okay. Somebody looks just like you.
Let's see, man.
So,
this is such a great movie. Like, it's a really good comedy, Like,
it's good.
It's hard to find good comedies.
To me, it's more in the same category with what do you call it? Bachelor. What is that Bachelor movie?
With the woman, the bridesmaids?
No.
Oh.
What's that one where they get stuck on the rooftop all night?
Who's in it?
And it had Ken Young, where he jumps out of the trunk.
Oh, Hangover.
Hangover. This is more in the family of Hangover, I think.
Oh. That's an interesting comparison because we haven't done that. Because the situation is more messed up than the other. I just like how everything connects really well in this movie.
I would say, yeah, Hangover is like a longer night.
Yeah, it's a longer night, but this one
it's a longer story.
It's several days.
Yeah, this is several days, but it don't feel like it.
Yeah, and
because a lot of things still make sense because it's like several days, and in that time, well, it's a weekend too. I forgot it's a weekend.
Yeah, it's a weekend.
Because Charlie Day's character is getting harassed constantly while they're doing this.
Yes.
And he'd have to go back to work.
Crazy. Only one person dies in this movie. Even though they plan to kill all three, right? Only Colin Farrell's character dies.
Which I guess nobody's going to have a problem with it because he was such a dirtbag.
Yeah.
Because, he's actually the kind of person you don't have to work for. You just have known in your life. He's that guy that it could have everything. He's got that great dad stuff, but he's just a total waste of life.
Yeah, the lines come off Colin Farrell's mouth, right? It is so funny when he says, "I'm a green belt." Hey, Professor Xavier, like all the stuff he says, right? It's not HR appropriate. I'm like.
Well, also it's funny. You remember when he tells him get rid of that fat girl?
I want you to
she's
trim
pregnant,
the fat.
And then at the end of the movie, he's like,
"I'm just touching you."
Yeah. Well, it turns out she's not pregnant.
And it's really funny. She's the person that has been there the longest, and she doesn't even look that old. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I thought Hank would be there older. I did like.
Well, they make you think Hank was because they show him first.
Yeah, and that's really crazy. I thought they didn't resolve like who he was gonna fire, right? But they fire Hank because there's a scene where Colin Farrell picks up his handicap parking thing. That makes you think like,
comes back.
Yeah, Hank comes back because like when he's gone, they hire him back. So I thought that was really good.
What is funny though, everybody got better. Of course, Seductus didn't really get rewarded. He didn't get his company.
But that's not what he wants though, because he didn't say that he wants to a position. He was just happy at where he was at his job.
Well, is he still happy where he works? Because after the crap he's done.
Well, I think it's just because that
Charlie Day's character grows the most, I would say.
Oh, because he looks like he had. Well, yeah.
Because he get pushed around, he acts like a little child, and then he finally stood up.
Stood up to Julia because they did the plan to blackmail her. Well,
Yeah, but he still stood up to it. And he got his hands dirty, too.
He did. I thought when Julia showed those pictures, like, oh my god. And I really like Charlie Day's character. It's like, wait, that's rape. You raped me.
Yeah. And of course, and it is actually technically would be.
Yeah, it would be like, you think
Even
this
though,
man was
by her
unconscious?
But by her definition, it's not. It's
No,
like, it's
like,
not gonna harm.
it is so messed up. So it's because it was that pushed him over the edge. Because Charlie's Day, like, you're right, he grew the most, right? But he was the most sincere one. Like, well, we shouldn't do this. This is just crazy talk. You know,
Yeah.
like everything. His whole characters they put.
And of course, Bateman's the grew second.
Yeah.
Changed a little bit, but the problem he was still that one to go. Oh, I'll just take crap. I'll just take crap. But the problem is he was wrong in a way.
But that was his character, though, because he started narrating like that, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what his character is. His character is just like, oh, just take it until I get this. But the problem is his character was wrong. He eventually didn't take that crap, and he moved ahead. I mean, it did help that his boss went to prison. But
they didn't plan it that way, too. Yeah, like.
But he did get to the point where he was done with all that, you know?
Yeah. That was
really feel like that scene. So, which one do you think is going to get raped in prison?
I want to, because it's about vulnerability.
Yeah, oh, I like it because he's weak.
Because he's
I like it because you ask him why. He goes, I just got to ask you, why do you think he's going to be?
Wait for what?
Oh, it's only because he's weak.
Not because they were asking like who's better looking, and he's talking about like he's the weakness.
No, he's the weakest.
And I did like how the writing was so good on like. They pointed out when like they Jason Sudeikis and Jason Bateman characters should go to Ogden's house, right? And then Charlie Day's asked specifically like, "Well, you just want me out here? What if he comes back?" Like, oh, you don't need to know that. They pointed out like, "What if he comes back and I don't know who it is?" Then he actually happened, right? Where Kevin Spacey runs with that peanut thing, and he's highly allergic. It works so great on the intel part, and it works so great where like, well, they could have off one boss so easily just by accident. And then they put him back to
life. But
life.
here's the problem is they didn't off him off an accident. They saved him on accident.
They saved him on an accident too. Like I thought that was so great. Like, oh, they easily got away with one by accident, and then they brought him back anyway.
Yeah, they could have got away with that one.
Yep, they could have got.
But then they would have had to solve the other two on their own.
Yep.
Luckily, they saved him.
But they pointed that out too. Like, hey, they find out he's allergic to peanuts, and then like it's easy to believe that he got a bad batch of cocaine. That happens a lot anyway. So that was really good how they. So that's why I thought the writing was so good for this movie. And it spent like 6 years in development hell when they already had the story. Yeah, it did. They went to a lot of actors. They bought the story a long time ago. It wasn't until when this movie came out they finally put it all together. And you know what? We were talking about Colin Farrell's character, right? And this is the first time I see Jennifer Aniston act as something totally out of her range, like what we've seen her before. We had never seen her before like this, right? Like this is the first time I was like, whoa, is this Jennifer Aniston? It is so great to see her character when it's really like, you want me to let you know or not? Like, now is a good time. What do you mean, Dale? You're naked? No, I'm not. Can you see my hoo-hoo? Well, true. And I didn't even say that word. It's all a lie.
Oh, she says that a lot.
She said this so great.
She calls him something. He goes, "Oh, that's illegal."
I think it's something illegal. And like the things she say, like I thought she was just a hoe for your dog. Like, no, I never said that. That's really not my style. Dude, I think the writing is really superb for all the characters. Like every character is way different, right? And their chemistry between all 6 of them, even though they never share the same scenes, right? Especially the 3 bosses, the 3 friends obviously share a lot of stuff. But when they show everyone individually, it's kind of like the movie Ocean's 11, where Steven Soderbergh can direct all these different characters, right? Like main stars.
Because I've never seen it. So
you never seen Ocean's 11?
No, I've never seen Ocean's 11.
Oh, dude, it is.
Write it down.
Awesome.
Write it down.
It's but then it's because Steven Soderbergh, the other movies where he have a big cast, right? And he's able to maintain even Jamie Foxx, he doesn't have a lot of screen time, but every time he's on, right, any one of these people when they're on by themselves, it's really good. Where it's like, oh, he underacted, he didn't have enough screen time, he didn't shine. But to me, like Kevin Spacey, especially when you talked about him in the beginning, like, whoa, he's a really good bad guy. Jennifer Aniston, we never seen her in anything like this until here, and also Colin Farrell.
We've never seen her as the bad guy.
The only person that is similar to me for the acting style is Jason Bateman and Charlie Day. Jason Sudeikis, I seen him in a lot of stuff else because he's in SNL, right? So you know his character range is really huge. But Charlie Day and Jason Bateman it still seems like I'm seeing him in Arrested Development.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, or what was that we watched? Paul. Remember we?
Oh, the FBI guy.
But
that
we
was
did
really
think he was
good,
the bad guy on Paul.
Yeah. Yep. Yo,
and
that was really good.
And I haven't really seen too many movies with Charlie Day.
I have not. I've seen clips here and there from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
The only thing I can remember is Charlie Day is this. This is probably the first time I've actually seen him.
That's true. I mean, he was the voice of Luigi in Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, so he's made it here on our show before.
Yeah. I like Charlie Day. He's funny. I mean, he's a funny guy.
He's a short guy.
Yeah, he's a short guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's all right.
What's the other character I like about their friend was really good. I like how the plane came together at the end to trap Julia. That was superb, you know. Even with Jamie Foxx with that lame ass story about like because he was bootlegging a Ethan Hawke movie, so you have heard of it. Yeah, I know who's in it. I never seen the movie. And the conversation the second time when they talk like but right before Jamie Foxx bought about the idea. No, after he bought the idea of killing each other's bosses, right? And Charlie Day and Jason Sudeikis, they were talking about two different movies. Like the way they do the Three Stooges with each other. It was great.
Yeah, throw Mama from the train.
You think about throwing Mama from the train.
They're talking about, they're talking about. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, that's the funny thing is, I never seen that other movie, but I did see Throw Mama.
Oh, you have?
And I was sitting there thinking, that's what I was on, you know? And then, but I was thinking, Hitchcock had nothing to do with Throw Mama from the train. Yeah. And finally I realized, they're talking about two different movies.
He slapped him. They do that in their car too. Like I'm high up on coke. I slept with the FI1.
So you never seen Throw Mama from the Train?
I have not. Is it an old movie?
In a way, it's an older movie, but it's good. I can't remember who's all in it.
Like this? Is it?
Yeah, it's a well no it's a I can't remember the whole thing. I wish I could remember who acted. Danny DeVito, and I can't remember the other actor is in it.
Yeah, I never seen it.
But anyways, they're gonna. He's like his mom's like overbearing. Danny DeVito's, so he's gonna kill like somebody's. I don't know if it's his wife, ex-wife, and then they're gonna kill his mama. In the end, he's like, "Oh, don't kill my mom. I love my mama too much."
Oh,
it was actually a good movie, even though I can't remember who was in it.
How long? Danny DeVito. How old is this movie?
Oh man, this is 90s or 80s.
Oh, like 1987.
Yeah, who's in it?
So it's a comedy thriller. So
was it Billy Crystal?
It is Billy Crystal.
Okay, it's Billy Crystal and Danny DeVito.
Kim Geis.
And you know who the mom was? Remember the evil mom from Goonies?
Yes, I see her. Yeah, Anne Ramsey. Yeah, I could tell from the face. Wow, that's crazy. Throw Mama from the Train.
But
yeah,
anyways,
I never seen about the other.
I think that's impressive. That was
referenced in this movie. Yeah,
I was sitting there going, "Oh, I seen that. I've seen that."
Brother Effa Jones, evil crazy bitch.
I know. I like his story. I like when he's telling his story how he got the name. Yeah. And then they're already thinking it's horrible. It's horrible. Because see, this thing is these guys are horrible guys too in a way.
Well, I mean, Charlie Day up until that point, you know,
they're not horrible, but they're kind of stuck in their own little world. You know, especially when they go, "Hey, let's go to the worst part of town," and they automatically assume that MF Jones is a bad guy. I mean, they didn't even let him pull out the gun. They automatically assumed all these blacks got a gun.
Yeah.
You know, they already assumed it. But he's telling a story, and it shows you right there that they already assumed the worst of him. And he's like, "I pulled the money out of her purse. What did you think I was going to say?"
Yeah.
So way worse.
Mother Effa over Jones, you know. I can't go hang around here with that Disney ass name.
Yeah.
Dean Jones.
And then, of course, he teaches them a lesson, too, because Murray took their money. And then in the end, they're like, "So, what crimes did you do? You murder?" "I didn't murder nobody. You just can't go in and you just can't go give $5,000 on a black person.
Just they did messed up because like it's kind of racist in a way, right? When they first walk into the bar,
oh, it
I
was
like,
very
okay, I'm going
racist
to go.
in a way.
Push the button.
It was very racist in a way because they just went in there and they said nothing but mean stuff and just kept working it worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was very funny because they actually used that ball scene twice because, you know, they went back to Mother Lover Jones. And then...
Yeah, they went back and gave him the money.
Yeah, like, it's $30. What? I can't afford that. Was $5 then. Whoa, okay, that's more affordable.
Yeah, no, it's like, he didn't do that. I'm not going to argue with you.
Oh, I did like the scene with that, like... getting the money, yo. Charlie Days is the only character that was just really incognito, like just getting money out of the ATM, and like I didn't even know that whatever 5,000 split 3 ways. I didn't think ATM has you could get so much money from an ATM, you know. Yeah, you could just go to the bank.
In the movie, you can. Yeah. Well, you don't want to go to the bank. You don't want people to see you.
Yeah, Jason Bateman went to the bank.
Yeah, actually, who cares if they see you? Because they're really not getting a lot of money.
Yeah, it's not, right? Like it's probably like $1,500 each. That's like a little over $1,500 each. That's really it.
Yeah, so it's really nothing. Of course, I like it when they go back. He's like, "So you want to give me more money?" They're like, "No,
there's no more money.
Buy his drink.
Yeah, which they did that twice with their high school friend, and then with Jamie Foxx's character. I thought that was a big connection.
They got $50.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, I told you, no more handies in here.
Get out of here.
Oh, I was gonna ask you. Let's see. Oh, well, I'm not gonna ask you now. No, I put that there. Oh, so at the end, right, when they first got the recording, they thought they got Ogden on the first tape recording.
Oh yeah.
And then after it was like, oh, that was stupid. You know, how did you like it when was it OnStar did the recording? I thought that was so much better.
It's not OnStar, but we got it. Yeah, they recorded everything because of the accident. Which if it was OnStar, they would do that too.
Yeah, because I didn't know how OnStar worked. Because it was really surprising to me. Like, I mean, I didn't know. Oh,
I don't know. I don't own OnStar. I don't have a Chevrolet or a General Motors product. I don't even know if they still do OnStar, do they?
I think my car has that. Like the Honda Odyssey has a button. Like a star?
Yeah,
OnStar is not just exclusive for certain types of vehicles, right?
It was.
Okay.
Yeah, General Motors. It was General Motors. They maybe they do everybody's car, but yeah, it was originally just General Motors only.
Huh. I wonder if it's still a thing with Google now. You know?
I don't know. But anyways, they recorded him. But the funny thing is, Kevin Spacey destroyed their car with his SUV. He destroyed their car, and then he shot himself, blah, blah, blah. But the cops all show up. The cops are thinking, I mean, I know they understand these guys are bad. They're looking for these guys. But they wonder, why did Kevin Spacey run over these people with his car?
Yeah, what is that for, right?
Over and over.
Why did that happen?
I mean, if they're cops and they're supposed to be so good and detectives and stuff, they know that he didn't hit them just once with the car.
Oh yeah, why were you chasing them instead of the other way around?
Why were you chasing them?
Yep, that was.
But again, he could have claimed, "Oh, I knew they were murderers and I tried to stop them," which they're going to ask, "How do you know they're murderers?" But all we know is Kevin Spacey's character didn't mess around. That's probably why he was a boss.
I think that's why. Yeah, he didn't mess around, and that's why he's the worst one.
He didn't take nothing from anybody.
Oh, yes. He's exactly what Jason Bateman is opposite of explaining about his grandma.
But the thing is, he got $20 and he had more.
Oh, yes. I did like the Scotch thing. I did like, you know what? When we talk about his evilness, right? The Scotch thing, before the Scotch thing, they were talking about how late he was. He knew that he was going to confess. So everybody, well, I got to let him go. Because, the system is wrong.
Because he knows he's good. He knows he's good. He knows he'll take it. He knew that's the problem with him. He knew he'll take it, and so he wouldn't ever fight it back. So he just walked all over him. Because I love that. He goes, "So you're lying?" He goes, "Well, I meant, so you're lying."
He gave me shit about like 1 minute wait, but then he made us wait 15.
He goes, "I like it." And then he goes, "Well, I thought you were gonna have a drink." He goes, "It's what he says. It's like 8 in the morning or 10 in the morning."
I'm an alcoholic.
He goes, you don't have to be an alcoholic. They don't like it. He goes, oh, by the way, it's 16 years Scotch. You don't really think I'm going to pour it back in the bottle.
Is that a bad thing? I don't understand anything about Scotch. Like, once you pour it out, you should drink it, right?
If you're stuck up, well, yeah, if you pour it out, It doesn't really matter.
Oh,
You could pour it back in the bottle. I mean, it's Scotch, but Scotch costs a lot. Scotch is very, very, very expensive. I don't know. It's 16 bottles of. I mean, there's cheap Scotch, 16, probably 16, 20 year Scotch. You could probably buy. It's affordable for us, but chances are Spacey's bottle of Scotch is way up over in the several $100s bottle.
You know what?
Bottle.
I don't understand. Like companies, right? Like you could just have alcohol laying around in your office. You know, like you could just have that.
I think in probably big companies.
At the executive
I don't
office,
know.
right?
I don't know. It depends on how. I guess it depends if you own that company. Most likely you can.
Huh? You know what? He didn't.
I don't know.
He didn't own the company. He's just a CEO.
Or well, hey, he was pretty much he owned the company because nobody was stopping him.
So who was Bob Newhart's character?
Oh, he owned the company.
Oh, he owned the company.
He was CEO. Okay. Yeah, he was CEO. Well, I don't know he owned the company. He was CEO. Let's put it that way. So he was the boss. He was Kevin Spacey's boss. That's apparently why Kevin Spacey got to do whatever he wanted. Probably was blackmailing the old man. For all we know. And plus, as far as the alcohol thing goes, I don't know. Maybe our businesses. I mean, old business. I know, like probably business in the '60s and stuff probably had alcohol all the time. You know, in the '50s because that's no big deal.
Oh, that's right. So it's just like a trend.
I think it's maybe it's a Hollywood. It's maybe just a Hollywood thing. Because you got to remember, Tony Stark, Stark Enterprises has good stuff at his office.
Yeah,
remember
he owns the place.
Obadiah, because Obadiah was like, "Oh, you got to count on Tony. Always gets the good stuff."
Yes. Okay. You know, it's one of the funniest things is the cutscene when they were right before they plan on killing their boss, right? That is a very funny scene to me when they show Colin Farrell with the Thai or Asian massage strippers, hookers, people, and it was in the office. Like that shot was just showing him wrong, and then like Jesus the thing is like,
has a blinds down.
He's just the blinds down.
The blinds down, but you can still see through the blinds.
He's like,
nobody was just saying anything.
Like,
so
what the heck? They're doing this at work. I thought it was so great.
They probably could have made a deal with that guy and said, "Hey," but he probably wanted too much money. But they probably said,
"What
"Hey,
do you mean?
How about you just go home?" Told Colin Farrell's character, "Hey, I tell you what. How about we run the company? We just pay you
because you said that you were going to use this place as an ATM anyway."
Yeah, but the thing is, he was just going to try to run it to the ground, cash out.
Yeah.
But if he was smart, Colin Farrell's character, if they were smart, they could have said, "Hey, how about we get you a buyer?"
Yeah.
Just think about it. The company, if the company was successful, and it apparently was, somebody would have just bought them, and then they could have just gave. And Colin Farrell's character could have just took all the money, and they would still have a job.
They still have a job, like just establishing money.
Really, because technically,
and he's the accountant. He would know, yeah.
Because it was Colin Farrell's company to do with what he wanted.
Yeah.
I mean, that's his inheritance.
Thing.
I mean, yeah, the company's his inheritance, so why don't they just have him cash out?
So that's one out, at least one possible way. But then, can we do the same to the other two?
No.
No, right? It's because he was just. Yeah, I can't because one day it's the sex offender thing. Well, I did like that. That was really good. I mean, like in real life.
Show, can we?
I mean, like I didn't even know you can like in the playground. Like it's the middle of the night. There was no kids around.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you probably could have done something about. I mean, they probably could have done something about the other two. They were just too scared to.
Yeah, it just so. I mean, the culture,
Colin Farrell, they could have just sold it, and that problem done. But the problem is like the business. You can't do that. All that crap that Kevin Spacey was doing. He could have went and told somebody. He could have gone up now. Apparently, he probably could have told somebody, but he was too scared, and everybody else was scared too. And the same thing with Charlie Day's character. Because he already had something on his record, she held him down. But the problem is, he could have said something. If he would have said something, problem solved.
Oh,
but he was scared. He was too
scared because like he's afraid that no one will hire him. Like it's that fear, you know. Yeah, like
and he's afraid he'll lose his. He was afraid he'll lose his wife because she already put that doubt in his head that you already got a problem. Your wife.
I'm surprised that he didn't tell his fiance, like he could a long time ago.
He probably could have, but he was too scared.
Yeah, he was probably too scared because it's his character, right? Like we always seen that.
That's his character. He doesn't stand up to her until the end, and I'm sure he tells his fiance everything.
I like that
But
they
you probably don't
finally
tell her
come
that
up with
now.
a
It's probably
plan
not a
like
good
they never
idea.
told you. You know, like I like the double play on the word. Like he finally decided to get rid of her is to actually screw her, but screw her over. I love that
Yeah.
speech at the end.
And that was his own deal. He had to go out on
Yeah,
his own because his two
yeah.
friends are too busy
If,
not
even
helping.
at the end of the movie when he did that, right? I even have a like, what a huge sign of relief, right? When he actually did that, like, finally, at least nobody else has to die. I did like
Yeah.
when they go back, it's like it looked like was it in a deleted scene where like it looked like a shopper image took a shit in here, like it looked like a douchebag's apartment. He had all this like stuff that he just bought out of nothing, like a bear
Oh
and all this
yeah,
stuff.
he did.
Then he had that customized poster of himself like Bobby with the Bruce Lee style nunchuck holding thing.
Yeah, he had all kinds of just crazy stuff. He had a whole crazy house.
Because he's single. Oh, speaking of which, these three guys, only Charlie Day is getting married. The other two guys are single. Have you noticed that? Like,
Yeah.
when every time they get together, right? Like, I would be like, why is Charlie Day has so much time? They never say what Stacy does, but he's always able to hang out with the other two guys until, he's, to me, his character is like, I feel like he's almost single.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't really live with he probably doesn't live with his girlfriend.
Oh, because he's one of those guys? Okay.
But she drives him to work.
Yes, he drives him to work, yeah. They're in California, so I guess.
Yeah, or maybe she works all night. Maybe she
Oh, she's
has
like
a
a
secret
nurse.
job. Maybe she has a secret job.
I thought maybe it was hard for sex offenders to get a driver's license or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know yet. Because all the
Maybe, I
stuff
don't
they
know.
had on each other, I thought that was great. This is a great,
Maybe
fun
so.
movie. I'm so glad you finally watched it because, like, I actually played this movie several times during my week because, when I'm either working or waiting to go to bed at night, I just have it playing so that way I could remember some of the stuff. But, like, I don't think I can ever forget this movie. This movie came out in 2011.
Yeah.
And I saw this in
I
the
don't know.
theater
I'm
with
just
Heather.
saying.
Oh, it was released on
Okay,
July
cool.
8th, yeah. So,
Okay.
long time ago. And I remember seeing
Now,
Horrible
well, I
Bosses
mean,
too, but
the
I don't
funny
remember
thing-
that movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I remember you've been telling me about this movie for a long time.
No, it's good though. I mean,
And it seems
yeah.
like I started the movie once and then had something happen and I didn't get to finish it. Or maybe it started at your house and then we had to go do something.
Oh, okay.
And it seems like I saw the very beginning up till we got to Jennifer Aniston and then that was it.
Okay. Wow.
Because I remember all the way up to that point, and then I was like, oh. But I did forget him I did forget him throwing his boss out the window. So
that was the only part in the movie, right? That's out of place because that was the daydream sequence, so that was
yeah,
really good.
well, it made sense. I wondered if they're going to have daydream secrets for every character, but they didn't.
So the other coworker that Jason Bateman talks to, he was from Freaks and Geeks, wasn't he?
May have been, but I don't remember him. That's
Yeah.
the guy that he kept asking.
Yeah,
I don't know. He probably was. I don't remember.
When
the
Kevin
character.
Spacey was yelling at yelling at that guy, and before he pretended to be sick, that guy, yeah, he has the most screen time of all the other coworkers. Game.
I love that. I'm sick.
Did you see the outtakes after the movie? They showed.
No, you know what? Because I watched this on Amazon, and you start to watch the outtakes, and it just cuts to another movie.
Oh man.
It does this.
Oh, you does that thing. Okay, because one of my favorite lines.
He already has another
like,
movie lined up for you before you're done with this one. I'm like, the next movie has nothing. It was Starship Troopers, which I was like, I already saw Starship. How does Starship Troopers have anything to do?
I did like
They
that
should have
line
been showing me Horrible Bosses too.
when Jason Sudeikis said, "I'd like to bend her full barrel and show her the 50 states." You know what I mean? Like, no, I don't. Or it's a saying. I don't think it is. That was such a weird line. Like, what?
Either, yeah.
And the other funny thing, like a lot of
either.
awkward things that worked really well for this movie. When Jason Sudeikis find that rock with a key, immediately you know what it is, right?
Oh yeah.
So he just throws it to Jason.
Actually, I didn't.
Oh really?
I should have. Well, I mean, as soon as it threw it and it hits it, and it goes a rock part, and then I start to get it. But at first, no. I thought he threw him a rock, but then he starts to bust the window, and that's another thing. I was like, why would you bust the window out? Whether it was a real rock or a fake, why would you bust the window out? Dude?
I thought that was really good.
That's so obvious that you've been there.
Yeah, because it just.
But I did get it after he goes, oh yeah, there's a key hidden. And I was like, oh yeah, it's one of them hidden rocks.
Yes, that was really good. Oh, then the hidden key rocks. I thought that was really good.
Yeah, hidden key.
Yeah. Let's see. What that?
Which, the funny thing is, a lot of those hidden key rocks, if you ever look up, they look like dog duty.
Yeah, and they don't look like they don't
look
realistic.
like rocks.
Yeah, they don't
do
look
not
like
look
rocks.
like rocks.
Yeah.
They mostly look like dog duty, which is probably better because most people won't reach down to pick that up.
Yeah, yep, I won't pick that up. If it looked more realistic, yeah, definitely. Yep. What was your favorite scene? Did we already talk about that? My favorite scene was the Fight Club, salute to that movie. The daytime sequence.
I don't know, I really had a favorite scene.
There was so much off the wall thing. We're like, oh my god, this is crazy how comfortable these seats are.
I mean, if I had to have a favorite scene, it'd be when Kevin Spacey goes up there and kills Colin Farrell's
Farrell, yeah, that was.
I was like,
really
well, because he was
unexpected.
in there, it's like shoots him in the stomach and just shoots him in the
Shot
head.
him in the head, like, whoa, that's
just
crazy.
back in his car and leaves like nothing.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? And then the part where Colin Farrell was driving a Corvette, right? Getting out of the garage, and they got in.
No, he was driving. What was he driving? Trans Am.
Oh, Trans Am. That's right. Yeah, Trans Am. I like Charlie Day can make the slide. You know he wasn't gonna make it, but
he had hurt himself.
He's never. Hey, I didn't make it. I didn't get in, guys. Can you just let me in the door? That was really good. I did like the part was so funny when Jason Sudeikis stuck everything that he uses from oral hygiene down his butt. You put his whole bathroom in your ass?
I know, he said dental floss. It's like, and a razor blade, man, that's gotta hurt. Hey, be careful with that.
He just rubbing down everything in his butt. I thought they were going somewhere with that, but then they use a throwaway line. There's nothing against the law of putting things up your butt.
Oh, yeah. Well, the main line was, though, because how did you not know you had DNA there?
Yeah. But then, like, what were you doing in his house? Like, well, he's my boss. Like, sometimes, like, he invite me over. They would never know,
Yeah. But did they take DNA from? I guess they took DNA from them. Yeah. I mean, the police would have to have your DNA than even use your DNA.
Yep. They would never know who it is. Yeah. But then even if DNA, like they're coworkers, it makes sense for go to coworkers' house. You didn't know that they hated each other,
Yeah, they know. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, I love this guy.
That was really good though. Like out of all the bosses, Donald Sutherland, which was really surprising to see him, by the way.
Oh yeah, I was surprised when I saw him show up.
It was really good. Like when they brought him, then they show him dying of a heart attack. That was really good. I love that guy.
Yeah, excellent. He's just got old.
Yep.
My world.
I'm a green belt. Like what?
Well, the worst thing is when Donald Sutherland goes, "Oh, one day all this will be yours, and you're going to run it."
Oh, so they trying to throw you off with that, yeah.
Then they just go bam.
But then it
really
works
knew.
really well.
No, I mean, because of what the movie is, you already know.
He wouldn't want to
something's going to happen. You already know something's going to happen to Donald Sutherland.
Yeah. That's how.
Otherwise, it wouldn't be. Otherwise, it wouldn't be called horrible bosses. I mean, it's not going to be like, oh yeah, Donald Sutherland's going to turn into a bad boss all of a sudden.
Yeah. Hey, 3 hours late. I was at your father's funeral. Hey, that excuse would have fly when my dad was still here. That wouldn't make any sense.
That made perfect sense, actually.
He's such a dick that he didn't even go to his dad's funeral. That's how messed up that was. Like, what? And I like, hey, 3 hours late. There's no watch on his head. He just points out. Like,
you don't even know.
Oh, do everybody's job around. Like, it's just so funny. Like, you knew what everybody does, right? Except for Colin Farrell's character in the company before his father died. Like, what was he doing? Just showing up to do what? They never explain his job.
Doing what most co-workers that you have that don't do anything do.
Just because he's a son? Yeah.
Just go in there and sit in the bathroom. Just go in there.
You know how many times I caught him doing coke at work? It's funny that, the father will probably never know because it's probably just a denial thing. They have that.
My dad probably just didn't care.
It's such a great movie. I mean, who is the director anyway? And that's something that Steph Gordon. Why do I know this guy?
I don't know this guy.
Oh no, I'm thinking about Steph. Somebody else probably.
Yeah, when I hear Steph, of course you think about Steph Rogen.
Oh,
it's not Steph.
He did
Rogen.
The King of Kong.
I didn't see the King of Kong.
Yeah, you have. You've seen it with Jay. You remember? It was a documentary about that guy. He trying to beat.
Well, I remember I know what it is. Did we watch the whole thing?
You watched it in the theater. With Jay.
Nope. I didn't go to the theater and watch
it. Was it something else?
No, I didn't.
Maybe it's another movie. Didn't you see a movie with Jay? while we were shooting that it's a delivery movie?
I'm trying to think. I don't think I did. Hey, what if I went and saw Prince of Persia with Jay?
Oh my gosh, maybe.
I think
Did Prince of Persia come out in 2011?
I don't know. Check it. Maybe I saw that with him.
Hold on, let me check it.
Because the sad thing is, I forgot I saw a movie with him. The funny thing is, you remember I saw a movie with him.
Yeah, because you know what? I think I wanted to see Prince of Persia, but I couldn't make it for some reason.
I think it is. I think it was me and him.
It is probably you and Jay. Oh my god, we can't. Oh, time to come 2010.
Because I remember me and somebody saw it, and we went and told you about it. That's why
yeah, you told me about it. Yeah. So it's probably Jay.
Cody.
Oh my gosh, this is so weird how
I
I
remember being
connects
at your
with this
house.
movie.
Yeah, but I remember being at your house, and me and somebody were telling you about Prince of Persia.
Yeah,
and I remember that. I could have been my friend
Jay.
Jimmy.
Yeah,
because
Jimmy
wouldn't went. Yeah, because Jimmy wouldn't
have went with you to your house. So we all interchangeable to you. That's why. Oh, he also did.
You're not.
Yeah, just because it wasn't me. You couldn't figure out which one. Is it Jimmy? Is it Cody? Is it Jay? I don't know.
Well, I already forgot about Jay, so Jay's probably thinking that jerk.
Identity Theft. Oh, it was another movie with Jason Bateman. That was really good. Oh,
I think there's a lot of movies. Probably a lot of movies with Jason Bateman's pretty good. It's just we haven't seen them.
I think the only acting role that's out of his character that I've seen Jason Bateman in is one of his first roles in movies, like Dodgeball. You ever seen Dodgeball?
Oh, really? No. We're going to go with no. I know I've seen parts of it, but I've never seen the whole movie.
Dodgeball is
I'm pretty sure I didn't remember if I saw the whole movie.
Rip
I kind of
Dawn
think it's another one of those movies that came out of your house and saw part of it, and then we went to go do something else.
Rip Dawn is great. Rip Dawn is great in that movie because he's always like his character is like is different, right? And then he plays this guy in a wheelchair, Irish guy in a wheelchair. Is crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't see the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You know, I actually haven't seen that many Ben Stiller movies.
You have not seen. Probably Tropic Thunder.
I say that. I saw Tropic Thunder. I've seen a lot, but I haven't seen all of his stuff, you know.
So you never seen Zoolander?
I've seen Zoolander, actually.
But why?
I haven't seen the sequel, though.
So I haven't seen the sequel either.
I haven't seen the sequel. We ought to see the sequel. We haven't done the first one either.
No, I know. Oh, well,
I like the first one.
The Ben Stiller that you and I watched is probably Mystery Man. That's
yeah,
the
Ben
one.
Stiller. Mystery Man is where I got started. And then, of course, I Tropic Thunder, saw that. Meet the Fockers. I finally saw all the Meet the Fockers.
Oh, you did?
Well, the first one's Meet the Parents anyway.
Meet the Parents, yeah. And then Meet the Fockers. But eventually it got,
yeah, I mean, I saw all. So how many movies is it? 3?
3.
Yeah, I saw 3 of them. I thought they were making a 4th one. Well, and then I saw Zoolander. And I think that's about it. I call Something About Mary, of course.
Oh, yes.
I've probably seen some other things, but I know I didn't ever see the life of Walter Mitty.
Oh, I want to see that so bad.
I didn't see Starsky and Hutch.
Oh, Starsky and Hutch is great.
I haven't seen that.
It is great. I love that. I do like it a lot, Starsky and Hutch, David Starsky.
So I can say I've seen quite a few of his movies, but there's probably a lot of stuff.
I mean, I never seen Starsky's and Hutch, the TV show. I only seen the movie. Oh, you did?
I can't. But I was young, dude.
Yeah.
I've probably seen 1 or 2 episodes. Yeah. The only play show I watched way back then was, which there was a lot of play shows actually in the 80s. Yeah. That's probably actually the 70s, I think.
Starsky and Hutch, I think it is 70s.
I think it's 70s.
Yeah.
That's probably if I saw it, I probably saw 1 episode or 2 episodes, I think.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, this movie is only 98 minutes. I thought it was the run. Like, comedies should never be more than at least nothing 2 hours. Yeah. An hour and 30, it's kind of like animation, right? An hour and 30 should be plenty of time for you to tell your story.
Well, you're just supposed to make people laugh. You're not supposed to keep making them laugh to where they think it's not funny after a while.
Yeah. I mean, because you can only write so many jokes for so long before it dies out.
And then everybody's ready to go do something else.
Well, I mean, we don't do a lot of comedies on our show. We probably just do the ones that is really great.
It's very rare. How many comedies have we probably done? Probably 3 or 4. Me and you probably done 3.
Yeah, we did. We didn't do Dumb and Dumber because it was me and Eric. We didn't do Hot Tub Time Machine. We did Talladega Nights.
We did test. Well, we did that
Yeah,
in true fashion.
Talladega Nights.
We even had the clothes on.
Yes.
We walked the walk and talked the talk.
Heck yeah, I still have the
Yeah.
Wonder Bread thing. I love
Me and
it.
you was shake and bake.
That's why I shake and bake.
Bake.
Shake and bake.
And
What is that?
And then of course we did
Epilepsy?
I think so. We only done a few. Then me and you probably only done 3 because we did Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, I love that movie. Yeah, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Which
It's a
actually,
Thanksgiving movie.
it's a comedy. That's an old comedy. That's one of those ones that had a big old heart to it.
Yes, it's a hot to it.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's had a big old heart on the end of that one. But
Yeah,
yeah,
was a
when
good
you
one.
I did. Hey, did we do Other Guys?
Yes, we did do the other guys.
We
So
did the Other Guys.
definitely,
The Other Guys,
it
that's
feels like
not
we're
us.
big Will Ferrell fans because I like the 3 few comedies. 2
Most
of them
people
are
are.
Ferrell.
Oh,
yeah.
we did F. We did Elf.
Oh, we did. Yes,
We did Elf.
but
So,
Elf
yes,
is
you
more
are
of a
big Will
Christmas
Ferrell.
movie, right?
Hey, it was comedy.
Yeah, it is comedy.
Comedy Christmas. I mean, who doesn't want to laugh on the holidays? As long as you're not laughing at big old Santa Claus, we'll be all right.
Yeah, no, yeah, Will Ferrell. It's still a great Will Ferrell fan. There's so many lines you could just say from all
Which
these
we haven't
movies.
really done that many Will Ferrell movies. I mean, if you think about it. I mean, me and you are Will
I
Ferrell
think
fans.
I want to do a more serious one, but there's still a comedy to it. Now I can't remember what this.
I know which one you're talking about.
The
but-
one, the writing, the book thing.
Yeah,
I can't
but I've
remember.
never seen it. I've never seen it.
Really? Oh, that's good.
Yeah, well, you told me about it. It's kind of fun.
It's kind of funny, but it's supposed to be serious. It's
Yeah.
Emma Thompson is in it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Emma
that
Thompson.
one was really good because it's not like a comedy like Talladega Nights. Such a great movie.
But yeah, we
I
haven't really done a lot of Will Ferrell movies. So.
No, and it's so funny. I've seen a lot of
Just
Will
2.
Ferrell movies.
I think we've only done 2.
Yeah, we done.
Yeah,
done
me and
2.
you went to the theaters and saw a lot.
Oh, we went to see the other guys. That was a great thing
Yeah,
that
we
we
saw
did.
those
That
guys.
was
We
a
saw-
great movie.
Did we see Talladega Nights?
No, because that was before you and I
okay.
met. That came out in
Oh,
2006.
okay. Oh,
Wait,
yeah,
no, wait.
yeah.
No, it's
I
after
think
you
we
and I
knew
met.
each other, but I don't think we
But
went
we
and saw
never
it.
see. We should. Oh, man, this is one of those movies that they would really release it. Even though I know the movie so well, I would still want to
Oh,
watch it in
I'd
the
still
theater.
go. I'd still go
Yeah,
see it.
kind of like Die Hard. I saw Die Hard in the theater a few years ago because Heather told me and I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I told you, right? That's the first time I sit in those D-box seats. Like the chair moves with the movie.
Yeah, you're telling me. You're
Yeah.
telling me that. But it just sounded like you were hallucinating, but I was okay with that.
Yeah. Because the chair gives me motion sickness. Like, oh my god. this is
Yeah,
like-
well, yeah. Never mind. I don't want to go see a movie like that.
Well, it depends if you do you like riding roller coasters?
Actually, well, I'm not an avid roller coaster fan.
But it doesn't bother you, right? You probably did like
Oh,
it.
motion
then.
sickness don't bother me. 'Cause
Oh.
remember the last time I remember that time me and you went and watched Dark Knight on IMAX. First IMAX movie I think I've ever seen. I think it was probably the first IMAX movie either one of us ever saw. The Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Because you remember when he gets on that rope and he's going down that roof, you're like, I can't watch this. You're looking down.
Oh,
at the
yeah,
floor.
yeah, it was-
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I'm sitting there thinking,
Yeah,
all right,
it's
this is
too real.
interesting.
Yeah. Yep, I can't do it. But yeah, I get motion sickness easily. So you will probably think it's cool. Because Heather said like
I'll probably be okay with it.
oh
Did
it
she
was-
like it? Let's put it this way. Did
she
she like
did
it?
because that was a
Okay,
part,
then
remember in Die Hard they rode a helicopter and Heather was like for me, right? Oh
Which
my
Die
god.
Hard? Which Die
The
Hard?
first one.
was it?
The first one.
Oh, okay.
On the top of the roof, they roll a helicopter, and then the chair, right? It feels like I'm flying in the helicopter. I was like,
Huh.
dude, I had to turn
This
that
would-
off immediately.
This would be interesting.
Oh, it is pretty cool.
I'd be checking it out because I was going to say, what was it? Me and you went and saw Die Hard at theater. We only saw one.
Oh, the
Free
third
or,
one.
what was it?
The Justin
Or
Long
Die
one.
Hard.
That's a good
Live
one.
Free or Die
Yeah,
Hard. Yeah.
the
I
technology
was saying,
one
man,
is good.
if you're riding that roller coaster when they're fighting the jets, boy, that would be.
You just do a car in a helicopter. That's a good one. I should show my boys that one. That's a good Die Hard. I think we should build it
I
up.
thought she already showed you your. Oh,
the
Live
first
Free or
one.
Die. Okay.
Yeah. I
Oh,
only show them
I
the
thought you
first
showed
one.
your boy. Oh,
Not
okay,
yet.
but you haven't seen it. Yeah, that Live Free is pretty good if they get the jokes. Because the best one, I mean, the best joke is, you like Star Wars? No, you like Boba Fett? No, but I like Star Wars.
Yes. Well, maybe eventually we'll get you Die Hard on our show, but I'm going to call it quits right now.
What we
So-
do? We got to start back up. We never got
Yeah,
to the
we
second
do.
one.
Yeah, maybe we should get you the second one. Maybe this. Did we not get you the second one?
No, we didn't do the second one. I still
okay.
haven't seen the
Maybe
second
we'll
one.
look towards for it this Christmas then. All right. Hey, if you haven't seen Horrible Bosses, go check it out. I mean, you're 23 years or 24 years too late. Okay. All right, we're out. See you later in the next one. Thank you for tuning in for this episode of Tensai Reviews. If you like what you heard, give us a thumbs up. Follow us on Spotify and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you on the next one.